Hey, I should be audible now. Let's quickly check for audibility. Welcome. 3 minutes before market open. We have enough time to just go through and talk nonsense. I hope you're good, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you. I appreciate you joining me. Um, let's try the AM, man. We're not gonna trade for the first 15 minutes, so we can talk about a lot of other crap that we can speak about, and some of those crap it's that I'm still on short on GU. I just want to listen if I am audible. Let's see if I'm audible. We're gonna trade for the first 15 minutes. Okay, I am audible. So tell me, guys, how have you been? How's been your week? Yesterday PM session was crap. There was not so much volume. There was nothing to trade. So, but welcome, guys. I need to take this call. Sanbonan, Mama. Sorry about that. That was an important call about my sale of property. So I just had to take it. So it looks like we've just served Asia high, yeah? Just gonna mark this as Asia high. We have just taken Asia high. We've just served Asia high. So I'm just looking where. Oh, market are officially open. So I think the movement that we just saw, the move down and the move up, happened during the open. So just note that. Okay. Just taken Asia high. Let's see if we got. Are we gonna reject from Asia high? We didn't close above Asia high, so we can potentially get a reversal to this 15, yeah. We could potentially get a reversal, yeah. I might be looking for a reversal lower. Looks to be holding the Asia high. Yeah, this is horrible. Let me see. Oh, okay, I see. If it closes above, has potential of coming all the way back to that high. But for me, a good trade will be coming lower to look for such a trade. React on this area and look for higher prices. Or come back there and look for lower prices. One of the two. That's my potential trades and potential trade ideas that I'm looking at. So, yeah. So this will be the move that I'm hoping for this morning session. I love that there's a 1 hour for value gap, 15 minutes for value gap, just directly inside. So if it comes back lower, react the high possibilities of longs are high. So yeah, but it hasn't seemed to be volatility, eh? But let's wait and see, man. So while we are waiting, let's speak about long-term trades that I have and discuss them. By the way, the only long-term trade I have is GU with a short. Ooh, does this set up? I'm short GU, but something is happening this side before we discuss that. Let me see. Hmm. I'm gonna trade for the first 15, by the way, so I'm just gonna be marking my points and just relaxing because of I'm avoiding this. So because I'm avoiding the spikes, I'm gonna wait for quarter two before I take a trade. I am just gonna be observing price action and just making points of interest. That could hold. That could hold. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So that could hold. But I'm not looking for any trade. Something like that. Hold that fair value gap and flash lower to this low. But for those that trade within the first 15, you could take something like this, for which is not my cup of tea. So no, just gonna wait for the 15 to happen, and I'm gonna decide what to do next. Because look this. Look at this. This is the first 15. We flash higher, we flash lower, and we come back inside. So there's nothing to do with these candles. Is there any news that I missed? Let me check. Was there any news today? Oh, there was prelim GDP, but came out earlier, so look at that. This is crazy business, by the way. That's crazy business there. Just let's see what happens within this range after 15 minutes. But long-term trading, as I was discussing long-term trading, I'm not positioned so much. I'm only long. I'm only short GU. I'm only short GU. I'll reduce my risk to this low. If it closes below, I'm gonna reduce my risk to this low. Yeah. Let's see. So this is a trade. So my stop, I'm contemplating moving my stop to this low. If it closes where it is, I'm gonna half of my risk will be gone to just maybe perhaps look for it to retrace, somewhere hold that low there again and look for low. So if you want to look for that low after it held that support, others could move to that low as in secure a bit of profit. But let's wait and see what's gonna happen. This is a profile that I'm trying out, so it's easy to show profams than anything. So yep. Yebo yebo. That is what I am looking for. Oh, the price action yesterday in the PM session was horrible. Like as in horrible. Just consolidated throughout. And it looks like today it will be the same. Yeah, but it was horrible. But anyway, let's speak about why I took the trade that I took. So we're still seeing that Australian dollar is still very bullish. Wow, gold is bearish. Interesting. Why? Let's look at gold. Why is gold bearish? Let's look at gold. I'm really interested in seeing why is gold bearish. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna jump on and short gold, by the way. Ugh, look what I'm doing here. Okay. Why are we bearish? Economic growth bias. So for gold, US economy has been very resilient. We've seen very strong economic growth numbers. You look at your manufacturing PMIs, retail sales, consumer sentiments has been good. Also, GDP growth, that's the one that was bullish for gold that came out as a miss. But other than that, the rest has been very good. Inflation data, it's also showing a bit of negativeness for gold as inflation is coming down. as inflation is it's a bit risky. It's not coming down, but it is stable for now. Wow. It is stable for now. So with the stability, we tend to see that it's very bearish for that because now there is a bit of stable in its actual inflation data besides taking away the fact what's happening in Russia, right? I mean, in the Middle East, it is stable and bearish in this case because you have seen PPI numbers came out very strong at 2.9. That was very hot. We have seen PCE numbers was very hot as well. So theirs was very inflationary. With the addition of what's happening in the Middle East, when you look at all the economic indicators are showing bearishness for gold. However, the latest labor market was very bullish for gold given that it was the worst. And the Fed sometimes are forced to cut rates because trying to save the labor market. We have seen a minus 92K in the NFP data. We have seen an increase to 4.4 unemployment rate. That's very bullish for gold. What the hell? Wow. I'm looking at Nasdaq. What's happening? Did I miss anything? Is there anyone speaking? So, so that is why gold is bearish. But overall, we have to also look at the technicals. I think we're gonna look at the technicals for gold. For indices, I'm just neutral. I'm not looking for anything. So we're just gonna look at the technicals for gold. Does it give us anything to go with to short gold? But I doubt, man. Look at that. And it's showing bearish. So for the bearish to be confirmed, to say yes, we are bearish, at least if we break above the support area or demand area, to turn that to resistant area, and then maybe we're gonna look to short gold. But right is, we're not gonna short gold, and we're not even gonna attempt to say we want to short gold. We're just gonna sit on our hands here with gold. You sometimes have to look at everything, and I'm not very confident with this thing of shorting gold at this point in time, unless we definitely get a total price in of what's happening in the market. Other than that, I'm not confident in shorting gold. Um, NZDUSD. What the hell is happening? Nasdaq, it's moving to the upside like crazy. Wow. Okay. Anyway, NZDUSD and Dow Jones are bearish, and I think Russell has moved out of the bearishness lately. Here we go. So I'm gonna just look at NZDUSD and Dow Jones and see if there's anything interesting. But I had a limit before on NZDUSD, which I have to remove because I was looking for that short, but I know it didn't retrace to the way I wanted. So I let it go. And also Russell. I want Russell, I think if it comes back all the way high and is still part of the is find the sentimental tool showing still bullishness, then maybe I am gonna attempt to go long. I'm gonna attempt to go short, sorry. Another last one that I had a mind of long was USDJPY, but I guess we missed an entry there, so I'm gonna remove my limit. But at this area here, I'm just gonna mark this region here. If it comes back to that space, I am gonna look to short to long gold at that high. I mean to long USD JPY. If it comes back all the way there, I'm gonna look to long it. But for now, I guess I'm sitting outside with no decisive move to one way or another. Uh, should I take this? Give me a new low, I'm gonna jump in here. USDJPY, if it gives me a new low, I'm gonna attempt it. I am gonna attempt. If it gives me a new low, I might attempt it. But I don't like where it is, man. I'll love for it to come back all the way down. I'll be watching it though. I'm not gonna take a decision now and then. So what a good move, Laura. We're still far from my entry point, so we will be watching that as well. AUD CAD. I'm gonna add my limit here. I'm gonna add my limit on AUD JPY right now. I'm gonna add my limit here. Hold on, just adding a limit here. Two. So I'm just adding my limit here. Okay, my limit is set for AUD JPY. I am gonna look to enter AUD JPY if it retraces all the way to my point of interest. But let's go for day trading. A lot is happening with Nasdaq. Nasdaq will close above. Hmm. No, I'm gonna look to short. I think I'll be bearish here. Yep, I'll be bearish. I am gonna look to short. I'm gonna look for short opportunities. Oh, okay. Here is a plan and an idea that I'm looking for. So I'm just telling you exactly what I'm looking for. I know it's gonna come all the way down, but I'm looking for shorts. So if it creates a lower low and flip that lower low, maybe I'm gonna look for shorts to this low here. But if it doesn't do that, my short sentiments do not make sense because of the 15-minute fair value gap here. So unless we get that invasion of the fair value gap, maybe we could be speaking a different language. But for now, the reason I'm looking for shorts is we've tapped into this 1 minute fair value gap and overall trend is bearish. Tap into this 1 hour fair value gap there. When you look at 15 minutes, there is a possibility of draw of liquidity below there, holding that support resistant area. Here, there's possibility of coming back to the previous daily high as a continuation to the upside. But given the fact that we are resting within the 1 hour fair value gap or 1 hour resistant area, I could look for a reversal lower. And with that alone, a second confluence is the idea that we have just taken out, oh, we've closed above it, okay. We have taken out Asia high. We've taken out Asia high, and then we could look to continue. Yes, there is possibility for continuation to take out the previous daily high. Unless it flips that high, we tap into the 15 like it did now. into the 5, sorry, like it did now, and flip that bullish, maybe I could attempt a continuation. I could attempt a continuation if it closes above, yeah. Could attempt a continuation. But my overall, it's being bearish. Told you, I'm just reacting to price now. Let's say we take that out, take that. Just looking at something, I'm just marking something. Okay, it's doable. It's doable. But let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. These days I have an addiction of drinking um acidic water. As in like soda water, tonic water, but acidic water. If it closes above, we're gonna speak a different language that I want to see. But let's wait and see. At this point, it's just to wait, man. Do not forget to like and subscribe. I would have wished for one of them to have taken out that high. That would be nice. Failed to take out the high. I'd have loved for one of them to take out this high, to be honest. That will give me more of my confluences of shorts. Mm. So, look, I'd love for one of them to take out the high. To sweep just the S&P, to sweep the high, and then maybe my confluent for shorts will be confirmed. Sorry. For now, we are holding the 5 minutes. Wait, wait, okay. Oh, for now. Look at how far it's acting. So it's below. Does it give us an entry to short? Possible. Way possible. I guess it's to hold and not hope, but see what's gonna happen. It would have been nice if it taken one of them has taken the high. But let's wait and see. Because this is just a 5 minute for the recap. It's doing something. Close below. Might attempt, yeah. Couldn't close. Ele matsatsi a kajeno. It will work out, but look, sometimes I have to wait, man. Let's see if my thesis will work out. Let's see. Can it hold that? I'm just thinking, man. Because we are holding the 5 minutes for the recap. That's where my problem is. My problem is this 5 minutes that we are holding. That. Like, check the 50% of that, and we seem to be rejecting. I have not taken a trade. I'm just still contemplating this trade that I'm looking for. Hell that. Maybe if it holds and close below and come back and retest. Maybe. Because my word is a 5 minutes for every recap that is holding. Okay, it is holding. Oh, just jumps lower. Wow. I'm gonna attempt. Oh, flip. Yeah, doubted the move. Look, if you entered not doubting the move, look at that. The next one come close below there. You really have a full confirmation of the trade you want to move that, move to break even, then allow the trade to move. But it's fine. Let's see how the 5 minutes close. It's just that it doesn't give me anything that I wanted anymore. Oh, shucks. Let's wait and see, I guess. Speaking of attempting this, I'm gonna add the element. Yeah, gonna use my phone to add element. Adding up my limits should be in the trade. Yeah, I'm in a trade. I'm in a trade there. Uh, let's quickly do this. I'm on a trade. Once we get a closer below that low, I'm gonna move to break even or reduce to that low. Let me set up my take profit here. Ah, I'm waiting for a closure below this low here. Okay. If it closes below, I'm gonna move my stop loss to break even with no worry. Depending where this 1 minute closes. If it closes the way I want, I'm gonna move to break even. Kimatsatsi yaka. Mm. Ah, okay. I'm gonna de-risk aggressively, so I'll show you where my stop is now. Just to give it a bit of space to breathe. Not for in case it taps back to the entry point. So my stop is just above this high, yeah. That's where my stop is now. Then if it continues lower, break below the low, break below this low, close below that, and then I'm gonna move to break even. So I don't wanna be in the risk if it closes below the candle low there. In fact, that was a 5 minutes closure. Let me mark that 5 minutes. Let me use this 5 minutes closure here. Yeah. Let 5 minutes close below there. So I'm gonna wait for see where the 5 minutes closes. So the next five, I guess, will decide if I move to break even or not. We could have entered at this high, to be honest. But I thought I need more confirmation. Rather than jumping on that high, that would have been a good trade. If there was minutes leaves a fair value gap there, stop will be at break even. As much as I'm waiting for the five closure, but you see what I'm talking about. So if that closed below that, leave a fair value gap, and then perhaps because we are reacting to the support there, and I've already marked it before. I win. I don't want it to react all the way to that high. That wouldn't be good. We still have 3 minutes for this 5 minutes candle to close. Two minutes before the five closure. But it just tested me in a way. Just gonna hold on to this. Kimazazi akajenu. We still have 2 minutes before the closure of that candle. Let me see our 3 minutes look like. Ah, that was also a 3 minutes for value gap. Oh, that was not for value gap. Okay, it's fine. It is fine. Two minutes before the closure, ne? In fact, it's one. It looks like it's failing to close below. Might close inside that. And if it does, I'll have to go fetch my keys without moving my. I'll decide anyway. I'll look at the price section. Yeah. Stop loss at break even. There's no need for risk now. There's no need for risk at all. Stop at break even. It's a Friday after all, so just watching. If I need an aggressive move towards that low to use this as a supply as a supply area. If it held that, then there's gonna be something else. But look, if it went to close below here, I was gonna use that as supply area, perhaps. Just keep my stop loss at break even or just move my stop loss there, but didn't do that. So just waiting to see what's gonna happen here. Kimatsatsi akajenu. Oh, I'm tired. Look, my initial take profit was that low. As we come to that, I'll decide what to do. Hey, 1 minute fair value gap. This is very important as well for me. If we get an vision of this 1 minute, I want this. I'm waiting for this closure. Okay. Can we use this as a supply area to hold? Let's watch and see. If we get in vision here, it'll come to close below, and then I'll secure 1:1 and I leave. I wouldn't want it to break and close above this high, yeah. If you want, you could move your stop loss to break to this high, to this low, I mean, or to this high, I suppose, I guess. That will be securing a bit of Friday profit. After all, it's a Friday. So if this 1 minute didn't, because now what I'm thinking, once we flip that to the upside, that becomes bullish. It becomes bullish because look at that. That becomes bullish. Leabon. So yeah, that 1 minute. So this 1 minute supply area here, or this 1 minute demand, I suppose, it is very important. If that fails, I guess we have a huge move downwards. We are in for a ride to the downside. Let me secure profit, ladies and gentlemen. Show you where my stop is above the demand area that I drew. Reason being, once it flips that demand, I don't think there's a space for shorts. So look at the aggressive move that is coming below above here. Takes me out secure profit because of this low here. That is why I decided what I decided. Yeah, I'm out. Okay. I'm out. Taken profit, yeah. Which overall it's a 1:1. No, 1:0.6. 0.6. I have my own reason why I moved here because I didn't want it to break below that. And also this demand here, because if it comes all the way and close above, that seems to be bullish for me. That seems to be bullish for me. So I'll secure the what I secured, take the win and bounce, man. It's a Friday after all. I just didn't want to move it aggressively to that because what if it holds this support or with this demand, with this supply? I don't know why I'm interchanging the words. The supply and moves back lower. So I just didn't want that. So I'm happy with the trade. I'm gonna call it a day. So I could have gotten more, but I just don't want it to close above here, man. It will be painful if it wicks me and continue lower. That will be painful. Yeah, I think I'm gonna shut it down here. The market might come lower, to be honest. The demand looks to be holding, by the way. Yeah, I was spoken about my long-term trading. You see what I'm talking about. I just didn't want this. This is due for full reversal to the upside. If it breaks above this resistant line here, it's a full set to go to the upside. So that's why I was very skeptical about being aggressive, being not securing profit at this at this fair value gap and this demand, yeah. Because when you look at it, it is a demand before, it is a demand before the break of structure to the upside, whether you look at the 5 minutes or not. That's like a support anyway, where we are reacting. So for me, I wanted to still get a full reversal to that low and to this fair value gaps below there. I'm not saying it's not gonna get there, but my thinking is it might hold that area because we're weak. Now we're weaking back and we continued up again to the upside. Yes, my shorts, I have a short bias given the fact that we've tapped here into this 1 hour fair value gap, hoping for full overall back to this 15-minute fair value gap. And then let me see if maybe during the PM session we'll react close to that. If not, and then there's nothing I can do about it. Um, unfortunately. Unfortunately. So we are playing at the Asia high, holding Asia high as support, just dilly dallying around, and we might dilly dally around. Like remember what yesterday? We'll just do this until PM session. So that's what happened yesterday. And then I hated it that. So I'm good like this, man. Good that I've taken profit. Even though it's not so much pay points that I got, but better than nothing. It's a Friday, so I didn't want to risk it all. But anyway, it's also holding that. Yeah. So within this area here, if it breaks above, we're gonna go back to break-even point. If not, we're not gonna go do that. So why not? Why not, man? Yeah, why not take profit and go home? I think I did the right thing because of my game plan. Look at that. Look at that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, for me, I will I will call it a day. Have a great day, guys. I love you all. Have a great weekend. It's been a productive week. I think I ended the week well this week. Surprisingly, trading the AM session. PM session has been crap. Yesterday was crap. So yeah. Other than that, man, for me, here's my closing remarks. My closing remarks. I'm sure GU. I am having a limit on AUDJPY. Come back to that. We're gonna consider longing. We've already set a limit on. So that's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm trying to create more content, but this week I'm on leave. I've been lazy. Couldn't even close my deals that I've been working with. So I'm hoping next week I'll be creating more content as I should and doing the due diligence to you guys as I promised. Promised you a weekly forecast with doing stocks and other stuff, but you know what? It's been a terrible couple of days for me. But other than that, man, should I say I see you tomorrow? No, I'll see you Monday. By the way, I'll see you Monday. Have a great day, guys. And price action has been horrible for the past 2 days, so there's nothing much to do. Other than that, thank you so much. Let's speak in the PM session. I didn't want to take another trade today. I didn't want to take another trade today. If udikwa matla, usinatla, you can take long, man. Oh, look what I'm showing you. This is terrible. This was the low that I was targeting. But I went, oh, this is terrible. It's holding that. Let me see something. Let me leave you with something. If it starts to break and break above, maybe close above that high, you could look for something like that. For something like that. Only if, but if it doesn't do that, nah, there's nothing for you. But not a trade that I'll take for now. So that being said, thank you so much, guys, for joining me. Have a great day. Bye bye.